Oh my god. Thank you very much, Emma Blade. Yeah, already the shenanigans starting. There was no laming at the start there. We're going to see if we get a three-way tiebreak between these guys into game 3. All players with their golds forward. Slightly to the side here for Elavid, so it could be good there. Now Malay. 3 armor upgrades for their infantry. And 66% faster to the next age. That are 2 really important things about Malay in a land matchup. They also get cheap battle elephants, 30% cheaper in Castle Age, 40% cheaper in Imperial Age, but lack bloodlines. So they're quite squishy battle elephants, but they're still fucking battle elephants. And they're cheaper than knights. So if you make 10 of them, they'll eat through a TC very fucking quickly. Georgians, one of the newest civs in the game, then paired with Armenians. They've found a rise to fame recently, especially in Sudden Death, with Manaspa as TC locator number 1, doing its job there. Manaspa get bonus damage when there's more cavalry units nearby. Georgians start with a mule cart, but less 50 field less. Mule cart can be used to collect wood, gold, stone, and hunt. They also get access to the fortified church, which is a monastery that can shoot arrows if villagers are garrisoned inside. And their cavalry regenerate 5 HP per minute in Feudal Age, going up by 5 in the Castle Age, 10, and then 15 in the Imperial Age. So they can be a bit of a scary force to reckon with. You didn't really give it much chance, baby girl. They also get access to Svan Towers in the Castle Age, which is a unique tech, but it actually adds... God damn it, Andy. You're both lying. Exclamation mark score. Defensive buildings get +2 attack, towers fire arrows that pierce multiple units. I didn't do the prediction because I tried to do it on phone and it didn't work. So it was Elavid. It's going to be another quick gamble again, guys. I'm going to do it now, though. It's going to be 2 minutes. Gambler's on the go. And then, of course, no civilization to be slapped on the Mongols. They gather faster from hunt when their villagers are actually working. They get bonus health for their scout line and their step lancers, and step lancers are really cheap too. So you got to be careful of that. It's 30% hit points for their light cavalry hussars and step lancers. So they can mass steps pretty quickly and then come and eat your TC. So who? It goes Fairy, Elavid, and then Gamer. Man, you've missed some fantastic games. But yeah, get your Gamba in. Will Gamer tie it all up? I like this map gen as well. 2 relics in the middle, and then each player has like a relic near the TC. Like I said, we've done extensive testing on the maps, especially for what would be the 3-round free-for-all, to make sure that they give us balanced generations, and these maps generally done a good job. And so far, the finals have proven us right. The maps have all been very balanced. I've really, really enjoyed it. So big thank you to TSU, and not just for sponsoring the tournament, but also helping with the map choices and what they wanted in, what they didn't want in, and doing some testing on that. So big thanks to TSU again. And perhaps we can add it in for Elavid. Be a blacksmith, so he does have a range out. I wonder if we're just going to get FC though, so... Some archers out for Gamer. And Elavid going with some bold walls that I don't necessarily disagree with because he wants to keep his stone inside. It's an unfortunate stone placement. That keep control of this hill is important. But Fairywilde out with scouts here to harass Elavid. He sent a spear forward as well, which could tackle Elavid's spear. And look at the micro. I did say this at the start of the set. Fairywilde's micro is definitely on par with, if not above, the 2 players that he's playing against, despite being the lowest elo here. No villages lost, but Elavid still forced to abandon the wall, and I speak too soon as Curse of the Caster arrives just in time. This makes sense, though, right? These two guys know. I mean, Elavid's got a point. I've got a point. Gamer hasn't got a point. I'm going to worry about Gamer as much. I'm just going to kill this guy. And so we spoke about this last time we cast the boob as well. The TCs were actually like evenly spread out, but because of the way the woodlines are and which way you go. So Fairywilde is gone to the woodline on the left. If he went to the woodline on the right, I think he would be fighting Dylan right now. Because both of them would have their woodlines next to each other. I think it would lend its aggression to that side as well. Because these are the villas that you use to build your buildings and stuff like that. But if your woodlines are on the left like this and Elavid's on the right, then it lends yourself to be aggressive toward each other here. Whereas, because there's no eco here for Gamer or Elavid on this woodline, neither of them feels like they're close to their opponent, so they don't feel like that aggression's needed. And the only reason they're close is just because of which woodline they picked, but realistically that could have been any of the players. And given them this last time as well, went out to a back woodline very early. I'm going to throw a tower up to defend. I have to move the mule cart when he can. Bill's going to be idle for a minute there. Ferry's got the front walled up. Hasn't walled up the back yet. Again, this is unbuildable terrain. We like that in this tournament. You cannot build on the grey around the edge of the map. So whilst you can full wall, you can only onion wall. Or potato wall, as some people call it. You cannot wall to the edge of the map. And therefore can never full wall to this woodline. But you can full wall in the woodline. So if you're in this game long enough and you cut deep in, drop a castle out here, some stone walls, and cut to the sides maybe. I don't know. Mark it out back. You're going to want to build that mining camp, Elavid. Food's looking good for Elavid right now. He's made the least military so far, I feel like, in this particular game. And no, he's not built the mining camp. He loses a scout there too. I assume this villa's been tasked to do it. But there you go. He realizes. Saves the full trip back. Fairy adding the blacksmith of his own. Also on gold comfortably. Double stable for the Mongols. And Castle Age is in about 3 seconds. And it could just be mass step lances. And with a timing like this, that could be scary. Because even though Malay go up quick, step lances can come and cause a lot of damage in that time. They can stack. They have +1 range, as opposed to typical melee units that don't have any range. Their range is 0. Let's see if a timing like that will work. And it is step lances. They have upgrades. +1 armor. Gonna try to take out the outpost. Elavid will be loving this. That outpost covers this entire area pretty much. I mean, would help the market, but it goes up like here. When town patrol comes in, it will cover it all. But yeah, he'll be really appreciative of how much vision he's getting from one outpost. I'm back to it, says Ferry. I'm not one to give up that easy. Is 6 steps enough to cause damage, but it doesn't want to wait too long. And that's why he's trying to go and outgame against the Castle Age as well. Thus far, uncontested. I'm going to try to sneak the step launches around. He knows the market's there, though, so... How far in will the steps really get? And Malay also hitting Castle Age now. Come see, 66% faster for Malay, so it comes in very quick. Step Lancer's going to try to dive past the market. They aren't visible for Elavid. And yeah, he realizes. I'm just coming over. Very knew there was villas out here on the stone. Wanted to get damage. Spots the tower. Good quick wall from Elavid. And the steps will try and jump on the army instead. And with hill advantage, could be a bit of a threat. Look at this, man. Their ability to stack is absolutely disgusting. There was only 6 of them here. They were massively outnumbered and under a tower and only had +1 armor. And man. Yeah, fastest TC death time is 33 minutes, which happened in game 1. 33 minutes, 37 seconds it was. More step punches being added in. And Georgian crossbow is interesting. I think everybody expected Manaspa. Manaspa do ETC very quickly. Great quick wall from Elavid here. Gonna trap those step planters inside. Says, nope, you came here. You're staying. The walling villager gives his life for it. Overall, villager count 42 still for Elavid, despite that. 39 each for Fairywilde and Gamer. Good night again, young man. Sleep well. Once more into the breach. Their wall's been deleted. Is that for a castle? Castle? Karambits can also eat a TC. If you get enough of them. They don't take out pop space. Hasn't even placed the foundation yet. Where's he castling? It's got to be here. That's why they listed all the walls, no? Oh, he's chopping the straggler down. Fair. I mean, he's not even building it on the straggler anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Maybe it will let him build over it. Knight's been added in for Fairywilde. He's going to look around the back of Gamer's base for a way in. Remember, Georgians get a bonus for their economy for units within a 10-tower radius of a fortified church. Padded archer armor on the way, so it's going to be +2, +1 for the crossbows. Fortified church will not fire unless garrison. The villager gets poked over the stone. And Gamer realizing now, but the steps are going to do a good job of blocking the vills. The mule cart gets inside as well, but quite a few vills died there. I mean, yeah, 3 in fact. Good micro from Ferry, gets away completely unscathed, but pauses for a moment to catch his breath and use a couple of arrows as a result. Crossbows and spears hitting him on the front. How to approach this, he thinks. Step Lancer's not great against archers if there's an archer mass. Threatening the TC maybe. Spots the vills out here instead. Gonna get between the vills and the castle. That's a really, really smart play from Fairy. And we'll again pick off more villages here. And Elavid down to 47, matching Fairy now. Gamer way down on 45. And honestly, going into this set, it was like, Fairy's coming in as the underdog. Maybe you can get a snipe here or there and like cause a bit of an upset. Fairy has been on par with these guys every step of the way. Economy-wise, military-wise. Like, he has been on par. And you cannot fault his gameplay so far. It has been stellar. For a 1200 to be coming against two, not just 1500 players, two veteran 1500 players. These guys have been in the community for a long time. And for Fairywilde to come in here, put his stamp of the game, put his mark on the game, and then be comfortable in his defenses, just getting enough damage, not overly investing. He's done fantastic. It's Gamerisdc that is without a point right now, Jade. Elavid and Fairy both having 1 each. And I don't know why you being here has prompted or reminded me, but I'm going to pour myself a glass of water. Relic's being grabbed here by Elavid. Is that Imperial Age coming in for Fairy? Or is it something else? No way, it's Imp. It must have been like Wheelbarrow or Town Watch or something. No, they spilt my water everywhere. Yeah, maybe Handcart. Karambit's being added in. And look at this. The fortified church creep. Seldom talked about is the fortified church creep. This is interesting. Baby castles. I love the way they're on steps as well. Ferry's house spots it. So he's gonna buy a bit of stone. Get a castle up on a hill here, on the gold as well. Lovely spot for this castle. Adore this spot. Some karambits from Elavid running around. We'll find an outpost and dispatch that relatively quickly. Like 10 damage a hit. Ferry's gonna watch the pincer right now. Again, the way this map is, the way the people have built out, like Elavid's kind of gone straight back as his gamer, like rather than going like straight this way. So these two don't really have cause to fight. All eyes are on Fairywilde right now. Manaspa are ready to pounce. Only 7 out, 11 in total. Now they have +2 armor. I don't know if they have the attack upgrade yet. They have +1 attack upgrade. Okay, so they get bonus attack for having like other Manaspa units nearby. So it's hard to distinguish. Okay, and they're gonna try to take a fight. Manaspa are gonna tank the front line. Step Lancers can stack though, and Knights kill Manaspa pretty handily as well. Karambits are also here caught in the fray. All 3 players having an army at the same time for the first time in the same spot. Of course, not really an army, more of a scouting contingent from Elavid. His army is neatly tucked at home, protecting the front opening of his base. Castle number 2 for Gamer. I'm going to go up on the left side of his TC. He needs a castle here. I think that would be great if you break this outpost and just put a castle on this hill. Man, it's such a powerful castle. It stops anything getting to a TC from the front at all, and also stops Elavid from taking this gold. Plus, gives you the hill. Like this would have been a much stronger castle spot. I understand why he's done it next to his TC. But man, I feel like this is so much stronger. And then I could put another one back here as well. Still posturing towards Fairy. And Elavid. Dropping the university at home. Quite complacent with how things are. Zooming away. Imperial Age arrives. And that's when these two decide to fight? Are you for real? The guy who's not here with an army hits Imperial Age, and then you guys are like, oh, let's throw our armies into each other. I don't know. I mean, I understand Fairywilde feeling the need to defend his homeland. The army's on his doorstep. But the army does get cleared up. And Dylan going to be without military at a time when Elavid has just hit the Imperial Age and has a castle relatively close. And like I said, this TC is not defended from this hill. Trebs could walk out onto the hill. 2 Trebs on the hill kills that TC real quick. We've seen it before. Imperial Age is on the way for gaming out. Not close yet for Fairy. A little bit behind in terms of the resources required to go up to the next age. But I like this. Look at this. These fortified churches from Gamer, the villas are going to work faster. Eco is going to be better. And they have somewhere to hide if the raids come. But Imperial Age arrives. A new castle. I like this. It's on the hill. It's at the back. I like this castle spot. I still would have preferred one here. Again, I understand why we didn't. But this TC, we talk about vulnerable TCs, and Fairywilde, your TC is about to be under siege. Knights are going to come out to try and snipe them, but there are pikemen, there are crossbows, there is a monk. Well, I don't think he needs any less fire ships. I can agree with that. The Knights, they're going to try to get through. They're going to struggle. A conversion comes through. Eventually, they power through the pikeman line. They're going to keep the TC clicked right now as Ferrari attempts another miraculous defense, but the military has been shot down, and the repairs are there. The wood isn't. The wood is gone. He needs to sell food, buy wood right now. But what good will that do him if there's nothing that's going to stop these Trebs from killing him? And the TC falls at the 40-minute mark. GG comes in a little too late, so the guys won't see that. But one player down, says Elavid, who is looking set to take a second point here. And will be the first player to do so if he manages it. I don't like this castle from Elavid either. I understand why, but build a gate here. Put your castle here, on the hill. Let you range down the TC. You can even put your castle to a point where it ranges the TC, actually. You've got Bracer already for your Arbalester, so there's no reason not to. Three Trebs to attack, 3 Trebs to defend. Arbalester, Pikeman, 2 Monks to defend the Trebs for Elavid. And 19 Manaspa and 7 Knights to snipe the Trebs. Now, Gamer is not a Georgians player. But man, these Manaspa could go and delete that TC real quick. Conscription coming in. Castle fire will help on the hill. Trebs are going to get rid of this castle almost as quickly as it goes up. Elavid just weren't really in the position, weren't really ready to take the fight yet. And I guess that's the thing with fighting over the seesaw. It's difficult. Neither player can really take an edge. Gamer, get the rest of your army in this fight because you're losing it. The Halberdier making a great meat shield for the Arbs and doing a good number of killing these cavalry as well. Conversion comes through and Knight turns red. And Gamer's army is crushed. The TC is under fire. Chemistry Trebs, 3 of them firing away. Repairs are coming through. But are they coming through quick enough? The Arbalester could sneak forward and kill these Trebs as well. I think they could reach. They can. Sorry, Riz, your turn next time, says Elavid. He thinks he's done enough by winning the fight by killing the army, but Gamer not quite ready to give it up yet. Still repairing the TC. Still has a small contingency of Cavalier ready to fight. To the last, he says. Ride out with me. One more time. A true Riz never surrenders, and neither shall I. Town bell lasts all of 3 seconds. He sells stone to buy gold, to attempt to buy wood. More repairs coming through. But it is just a matter of time. I'll wait for the inevitable. And the last volley should do it. This Treb's trolling and aiming at the castle, but... there it goes. Elavid. Game 2. Going into his hands. And Gamer, who only lost 1 set during the entire group stage, which was to Elavid, currently unable to get a footing in this game. I feel like this was another game where he had the chance to do it. He had a good eco, he had Manaspa, but he just didn't want to commit to the dive. No worries, thank you very much for hanging out. I reckon you have a good sleep, and I'll see you soon. But yeah, Elavid going up 2-1-0. And man, let's take a look at what that does with the maps. 2 in a row. So momentum is something that we've got to keep an eye on. But I said this, right?